Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to H2O Just Add Water. Currently, we are on Season 1, Episode 5, Something Fishy, and Episode 6, Young Love. I am pretty excited, honestly, to continue with my reactions to this show, because it's been like maybe 3 weeks since I did the last reaction, and I think I might have mentioned like in one of the two previous videos that I'm gonna try to post these reactions at least like once a week or so, and that's still like my intention, but due to the amount of videos that I do, it's probably not gonna be the case most of the time, because like I said, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I posted the last reaction. I'm recording this 7 days after New Year's. Like, that's how long it's been since I recorded the last reactions. And I'm sorry that it's gonna be taking this long, but at least until I finish my currently ongoing reactions to Fullmetal Alchemist and Generator Rex, it is gonna take this long because this series and the Ben 10 series, which I'm reacting to concurrently with this, are just not the priority at the moment. I need to finish those series, then these are going to become the main series, and they're going to have my full attention. Yeah, putting that aside, again, I'm excited to get into the reaction because I enjoy this show, and the vibe that it gives off is very different from everything that I have covered on the channel so far. And that I am currently reacting to, so it's always refreshing when I'm checking out these episodes. I know I haven't checked out many yet, but it's just even thinking about the vibe of this show, like its soundtrack, for example, just makes it feel refreshing and fun to like react to. So yeah, I'm really hyped. And also, once again, the early episodes of this show in season 1 are very like wonky and like corny and weird, so, and I haven't seen them in a long time, so I'm really interested to like get through some of those, because even when I was a kid they really had a weird sitcom vibe to them, like the kind of like weird random shit that you might see in some sitcoms on like Nickelodeon or whatever. So yeah, I think we're gonna have a decent amount of fun with those kind of episodes. And I guess there's only one way to find out whether these two episodes are gonna have that wonky feeling to them. But before we do, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to specific tiers I've created for it, you can get access to some or all of my full-length reactions, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version of these reactions, since I do my best to keep the best parts of the reactions in the YouTube version, but it's always appreciated if you decide to support me as well. It's up to you at the end of the day. And I think that's enough chit chat about things you don't care about. Let's just get into the reaction to Season 1, Episode 5, Something Fishy, in 3, 2, 1. Dude, the soundtrack of this show is so good.
So, this is the place that turned you into a fish.
A mermaid, Lewis?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Dude, the atmosphere of this show carries it so hard. It honestly is kind of better than it has any right to be. The soundtrack is so good. I can't stop gushing over it, man.
The tanks are up there.
What? Way up there?
I want to find out how this happened. That takes hard work, Lewis. Come on.
I'm pretty sure they're not all the way up there, because it doesn't look like that when we get close to the entrance. Which is why it's always so confusing where exactly is the entrance goddamn located.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
I mean, that is authentic.
I'll meet you down there.
You're literally there. It's not like a bunch of... It's like... It's not like it's fucking 5 kilometers of caves you have to go through to get to the thing. It's literally there. I really hate how they don't really show the distances surrounding the cave and the moon pool. Because it makes it so confusing sometimes how fast they run around or swim around or whatever.
Something in this environment triggered your transformation. If I can figure out what that something was, I can figure out how you got your tail. and then start asking why.
I don't think we ever really get an answer to that.
The Miss Sea Queen pageant. How sexist can you get? What kind of a morning
Oh!
would enter something like this?
Is this gonna be that episode literally that I was thinking about when I was talking about the wonkiness and weirdness in the early episodes of this show? I was literally thinking about this episode. I really hate how stereotypically like teen sitcom-y this first season of this show is.
She's never here anymore.
I'm sure she'd make time for you if you wanted to play with her.
Play with her? No way. I just wanted to borrow a belt.
Man, she's such an annoying little shit. I hate her so much.
My secret life.
Why are you snooping around, you little shit? I hate her so much. She's so hateable.
This is weird.
No, you're the weird one, you little disgusting shit. I hate you so much. You judgy little bitch. Is her friend literally the only black character on this show
Spontaneous
so far?
and ultra confident.
And period?
Finish the preparations for the competition. I have a costume that's to die for.
To die for.
And I've seen a list of contestants.
Even that is like so stereotypically like
Tiffany.
Disney Channel or Nickelodeon sitcom. You have the blonde Queen Bee and her black friend.
Like you.
Do you think Cleo's been acting a bit different lately? Like she might be in some kind of cult or something?
Do you know what a cult is?
Oh my god, I can't take.
No.
I
But
can't.
I
I
do
can't.
know that
I just
it's
can't.
really
I
big.
can't. I want to slap her.
Glad you're home.
I want to slap her in the face.
Just ran.
Why are you always shutting your door?
To keep you out? Did I say come in?
Well, why do you need to keep me out?
Because you're annoying.
Goodbye.
There's nothing in the bath.
Did I say bath? I meant bucket.
I hate her face. Like, even her judgy ass face is so annoying. Oh my god, I hate her so much.
Don't need water, darling.
Oh my god. She actually saw that.
It's in code. So, it's all there. It doesn't make any sense. But
Okay,
look at
at
this.
least Cleo was smart enough to write it in code or whatever.
They're mermaids. They could just be doodles.
Don't mind me, I'm just getting a drink.
She's a freak. What's she going to drink?
Fuck you!
Can't be water. She can't touch the stuff.
Why? What? I don't understand this kind of reaction in media. Like, why would they think it's freaky? Like,
A store.
if I saw something like that, I would think it's cool.
You have
It's
got
cool.
to
It's
be-
not freaky. It's
See, that's the
awesome. I would probably go out of my way to learn how they got their powers so I can get some of my own.
If you don't open your eyes and wake up to what is going on, you are going to be their first victim. See you at school.
What? Why the jump to conclusion? What makes them villains? Even if they're mermaids, which they are, but you don't know that for sure.
You've been in there for 20 minutes. There'll be no hot water left.
Like, it doesn't make them villains inherently.
They are not human. They're like witches, vampires. They can't be reasoned with. They have to be stopped.
I think you're projecting there, you little
Take
shit.
them From when they're wet. I say, we.
They're more human than your sorry ass. God, I hate her so much, but she's also so fun to hate. So, there's that. This is honestly so far the most entertaining episodes of the show.
Hey,
Can I offer you some water?
no thanks.
I'm happy to share. I share everything.
Do
with you
younger
because
siblings have to
you're
always
my
be
sister.
so annoying?
And all I get in return is secrets.
I'm an
and
only
lies.
child, so I don't know, but I
Why
guess
did you tell me
it
you
was
were-
pretty annoying when I was living with my
Why
cousins,
did you think I
so
was a mermaid?
yeah.
Are you... It's gone.
How often do you check that? I feel like if I wrote something big like that, not only would I hide it in a more inconspicuous place, but I would check every day.
I'm gonna maim her. Just ignore them.
I would help you, Cleo.
They're all
Screw
right.
her.
Did you bring the gear?
They're not gonna let this go. And we've got to do something about it.
Oh, I remember
Lewis is one
this.
of them too. I can't see Lewis as a mermaid. No, you dog. He'd be a merman. Like a boy mermaid.
How much do they know?
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, good one, Cleo.
We need to put them off the scent. Get them thinking that the diary's about someone else.
Like who?
More of them. This is bigger than I thought.
Why?
Oh, it's so good how they're screwing with him. I love it.
Silly me.
It all makes sense now. Miriam's the leader. You think so? Miriam's always the leader.
I'm having so much fun with this episode.
I know what you're up to. You are not getting my secret. So stop spying on me or you'll get it. Understand? Ready?
Please, allow me.
Man, I'm really starting to love their Australian accents. They're really growing on me. At one point, Australian accents really sounded as annoying to me as Southern American accents do, but with this show, I feel like I'm gonna start loving them a lot, so. It's really interesting how the most entertaining episode of this show so far is the episode that focuses on Cleo's sister. I don't know what that says for the show, really, or for me, but it is what it is.
The water will hit the stage, turning Miriam and Cleo into mermaids, and us into heroes. Any questions? No. You have to be brave, Elliot. I know.
Costume that I made when I was
Who are these
I
people?
don't think I managed to get it quite
Ricky,
as big
at
as
least
you.
pretend you're having fun.
It's just wonderful, isn't it?
But I'm not.
And what a beautiful star.
I love Ricky. She's so good. I mean, I already liked Ricky from when I was a kid, but now I love her.
Is
Like, she already seemed like the cool badass. But now I also relate to her jaded attitude as well. Honestly, this is actually the best outfit.
I might need this bucket to vomit in.
You were supposed to be a mermaid?
No, I wasn't.
Miriam, you look absolutely wonderful. Tell me, did you make this yourself?
All the sequins and beading are handmade.
They're all handmade, isn't that wonderful?
That is genuinely the best outfit here. There's actual effort put there. I'm not sure how Cleo has enough control over the water to make it so it doesn't drop on her, but sure. I'll buy it. Somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Get away from me! Get away!
Finally, something interesting.
What are you doing? Why is your tail tearing?
Because it's a costume, you moron! I'm gonna get you!
Come here, get away!
Come here!
I just love the way she said, because it's a costume, you moron.
Tiffany,
No, you stole my diary. Is that where you got all those crazy ideas from?
I'm such an idiot.
Yes, you are.
You could ever be a mermaid.
The water, the rocks, the soil, the lichen, even the dust.
and what did you find?
Everything's normal.
Man, Lewis is one lucky guy.
So that's
Hanging out with three beautiful,
Putting in 100%.
smart, cool mermaids.
So, Cleo,
In a
what did you do
fucking
with the diary?
moon
Don't worry,
poo
I took care of it.
in the bottom of a volcano. Like, how cool is that? You know what would have been a really cool callback? Since we already know about like crossovers with the sequel show, Mako Mermaids, if that thing was found by some of the mermaids in that show, that would have been so sick. I mean, to be honest, probably they didn't even remember that this was a thing, like it was a plot for an episode or whatever. Because I feel like the show completely forgets season 1's existence, period. in a way, but it would have been really cool. It would have been really, really cool. But yeah, this was a really fun episode. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said earlier, this was exactly the episode that I was thinking about in terms of like early show corniness or wonkiness or weirdness. And honestly, it wasn't actually as weird tonally as I thought it was going to be. It was really funny and really entertaining. And there is one episode of season 1 that I remember being the funniest episode ever. So I'm really curious to see whether it is going to be as funny as I remember it. Because so far, this is definitely the most entertaining and the funniest episode as well. Just thinking about the moment that made me laugh in this episode makes me laugh once again. But yeah, I feel like even by the reaction itself, you can see how fun this episode was. Like, I was worried that season 1 was going to be a little like bland at times based on how I felt about the first 4 episodes, but this was really funny and really entertaining, and I really, really like it. And if more of the show is like this on this rewatch, I think we're gonna have a great time with this one. Now, compared to this episode, for the next episode, I don't really have much of an idea of what it's going to be about, but probably as we get into it, I will remember. Because I definitely remember like all the episodes and all the plots of the show, but it just takes me to like get a hint. It's like remembering the lyrics of a song. If you try to bring up in your head a specific lyric from a specific song, you're probably not going to be able to unless it's like the chorus or something. But if you start listening to the beginning of the song, you're probably going to remember the whole song lyrically. And that's kind of how I feel about the episodes of this show. I don't really remember all of them as a combined thing, but if I get into the beginning of a certain episode, I can remember the whole plot of it. But yeah, this episode showed though that even though I remember all of it, it's still really, really funny. And I hope that's the case for more episodes of this show, because I had a lot of fun with this one. And yeah, it's kind of hard to rate this episode, honestly, because, I mean, it's early on in the series, it's nothing crazy, it's just a random filler episode, but it did end up being really entertaining. And I do not want to, like, blow my load too early by giving this episode, like, a 10 out of 10 or something, but in a way, it honestly kind of is, because it's a really funny episode. There's very few scenes which are like boring and uninteresting. It's mostly the scenes that focus on Elliot that are really annoying to me for some reason, whereas all the scenes that focus on Kim were like gold. I definitely do not remember loving to like watch or hate Kim as much as I did in this episode. It was great. I think I'm honestly gonna go with a solid 9 out of 10 for this episode. Usually that's the kind of rating that I go for whenever an episode is really good, basically flawless, but I do not want to blow my load too early. So I think 9 out of 10 is pretty solid. For a random early season 1 filler episode, it's honestly as good as you can get it, so there's that. And now that I'm talking about early season 1 episodes and thinking about the introduction of Elliot in this episode, I think I know what the plot of next episode is going to be. Although that might be a season 2 episode. I guess we're gonna have to find out, but I don't want to mention it for any of you who are potentially like watching this series with me now on this rewatch. But yeah, I think we should just get into episode 6, Young Love, now, since I don't really have anything else to say about this episode. In 3, 2, 1.
This place is cool.
Oh yeah, I remember this episode. A phrase that I'm gonna say a lot throughout my reactions to this show. Oh, I remember this episode being really cool.
I hope you're going to pay us for all of this, Lewis.
Only with my firm friendship. Is this going to work, Lewis? Surety's Lenny, of course.
You could hide here forever. Maybe you should. Come on, Elliot. I gotta get you to surfing practice.
Oh, I know what this episode is gonna be about. I just remembered. It's really wild how I get these flashbacks of like the plot of these episodes.
That's.
Doing really well. Mm-hmm, that's.
That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's. That's.
outing.
Watch Elliot for me.
No, no way. It's not gonna happen.
Please.
Sorry, I don't do kids.
1, 2.
Just take him with you.
Needs practice.
I take no responsibility for anything that may or may not happen to him.
I trust you.
Really? It's Ricky we're talking about.
Elliot, come back here. I mean it, Elliot. I'll leave you here.
Man, I relate to her not being able to like handle kids or deal with kids or take care of kids like that. Cause like I would not want to be left with the responsibility of having to like take care of a kid who is like drowning like this. Like I have a very young nephew. I would not want to be left to take care of him at all.
How did you do that?
Get up and shut up. Next time, wear your leg rope.
Man, she's fast. Hell yeah. Why are we getting a fucking Elliot focused episode? Last episode was Kim focused with a little bit of Elliot. Now we're getting a Elliot episode. Like,
And then she was there.
why the hell are we getting episodes focused on them? They're like not main
She
characters.
was unbelievable. She could be anything, even a dolphin.
A dolphin. Elliot, what exactly did you see out there?
You're right.
Not gonna be here for long. Emma's gonna kill her.
Just telling them about how you saved me.
Oh, I wouldn't call it saving.
Mrs. Weller's brave.
She's the fastest.
I
swimmer
hate
in
how
the
this
world.
this is shot so claustrophobically. I hate that.
Nothing short of me.
You know, after watching recently so many like 5-hour retrospectives for different shows like Lab Rats, Mighty Med,
Babysit.
iCarly, Victorious, now my brain thinks in giant retrospectives, and I think about potentially making a retrospective for this show.
See anything other than when I flashed him? Lighten up. He doesn't suspect a thing. Why is he out there raving about how you could outswim a dolphin?
How do you know that? After last episode, he should be suspecting
Make sure he
something.
didn't see anything. Elliot's home safe. There is no drama. Can we please drop this? Just be careful next time.
Would you have preferred for your brother to drown?
Ricky, this is for you.
Elliot, that's so nice.
Cringe.
Isn't it nice, Ricky?
I can't take it.
That's
I
great.
can't take it.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so awkward. I hate it so much.
Got you these as well.
Oh, chocolate. Yum.
Thanks.
Having a crush on your sister's friend when you're like 8.
And I hope you like the soft serve.
Oh, it's so
You don't have to take
cringy.
them back.
No. Sausages are fine. Thanks. Elliot, can I talk to you for a minute?
I kind of relate to Elliot here, not because I've had this experience, but because at the time when I watched the show originally, my older female cousin was living in the same house with me, and she was basically like my sister at the time. And she did have some friends, but I never really had like a crush or anything. I was too young to know anything.
Elliot, Ricky's not.
But it does feel like something I could have easily experienced, you know?
She's not. She's older and more mature. Kind of.
Kind
Like
of.
men like that in a woman.
These kids are gonna kill me these 2 episodes, I swear to God. And also, can you blame him for having a crush on Ricky? She looks
Something you wanted to say to me?
amazing.
Well,
In this episode in particular.
when exactly did we become babysitters?
I'm sorry, I can't stop cringing with him being anywhere around them. It's just so cringy. I can't. Man, I would love for Ricky Chadwick and Sam Puckett to meet one day. That would be such a cool crossover.
Crush on you. Yeah, sweet like a lemon. Did you know about this? We're all disturbed. Why is everything sweet and nice all the time? Ricky, it's his first crush. Don't you remember what it was like to be a kid? No, and besides, this is just...
You're all teenagers. What do you mean, don't you remember when you were a kid? You still are!
And you'd do that gently, wouldn't you? No, I do it fast and hope I didn't get bitten.
And you were asking me because...
Well, we figured you would have been rejected a few times. Surely.
Ouch.
Work.
It's up and running soon, Lewis.
Yeah, no, I'm almost there. Yeah, most guys just want to know where they stand
Told you.
without having to feel like a loser.
Told you. Will the crush wear off on its own?
Not
Maybe.
in my experience.
Hey, Lewis. Time is money.
Oh, ouch. That's subtle, not from my experience. And no response from the girls, really. It's really funny and also really annoying.
You and I could catch a movie.
No thanks.
Or we
I
can
can't.
see
I'm
Anthony
sorry.
Starr.
I'm sorry. It's so cringy.
No,
It's so awkward.
I'm not interested.
I hate it
Do
so
you know
much.
I'm a loner. That's how I like it.
What if I became a loner too?
And that's why I like
Then we
you.
could both be loners together.
In the real world, no means no. So back off.
Hell yeah. Set up boundaries. Yeah, definitely it's gonna be tough on him, but sometimes you just gotta learn through tough love like that. That's tough love I can get behind.
What? Oh, no, it's probably just nothing. Ricky. Okay. I told him that I wasn't interested. But I think I was gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told him that even if he was older,
I love how you have to
taller, and a
pull
lot less
teeth every
athletic,
time you
or
talk to her
and
to
then I
make her
wouldn't be
tell the
interested in that.
truth.
He should just... Ricky, he's just a kid. He kept bugging me. You keep acting like he's committing a crime for having a crush on you.
I mean, he's committing a crime by being an annoying little shit. Moments like this really make me not want to have kids. You know?
And where would you hide if you were a little kid?
Somewhere you'd never find me.
The garden.
That's it.
What?
At least tell him.
Be mysterious.
Oh man.
Elliot!
I love Lewis. He's really funny. I'm definitely enjoying this show in ways that I did not expect to. I never remembered like Lewis being particularly like funny with the one-liners or whatever.
Elliot, are you okay?
I'm fine. Just leave me alone.
Listen, Elliot, I'm sorry about all that stuff I said yesterday. It's just that... Ever since I was little... I'm used to people not liking me. But when people like me, it's not so easy. It makes me feel... like... I don't even think I can explain it. It makes me feel like I'm fenced in, and I don't handle it very well.
Man, I relate to Ricky so much, it's
Maybe you could try to
wild.
understand.
Because I'm exactly like that.
Can we still hang out together sometimes?
Because like, sometimes I do get lonely and I wish I had people to like, do stuff with. Which I don't. But at the same time, whenever I do have people who want me to do things with them, even if I enjoy those things, it's like really annoying. I find it really annoying. That's why I've learned to be my own company and hang out with you guys. In this case, it's not just a one-way parasocial relationship, it's a two-way one.
The ordering system starts at 5. Why? What? You what?
I definitely remember how dramatic and like terrifying this part here where she's running away from the water was. I think that's what has stuck with me the most with this episode. How big is this place? What's with the fucking action music? I remember this though, this is such a cool badass moment. Man, these two episodes have really made me excited to continue with my reactions to this show. it's definitely endeared the show to me once again.
You locked them in.
It's not my fault. At closing time, it locks. It's prone to breakage, and I'll have to rectify that.
Does that set the girls at 15 years old? I guess that makes sense considering we have 3 seasons, which is 3 years. Because I'm pretty sure that they graduate in season 3. It's not really implied a passage of time. There's definitely an obvious passage of time between season 2 and 3 because of the like visual change and Emma leaving. But otherwise, I'm not sure that they mention it, so there's that. But yeah, okay. This episode definitely not as entertaining as the previous one. The previous one was just such a hilarious and funny, somehow funny rather than annoying episode. Whereas this one was a little bit more cringy. But again, I still cringed. I feel like in an entertaining way, not in an annoying way. So there's that as well. But yeah, definitely not as entertaining episode as the previous one. But at the same time, this episode has the, I guess, epic breaking of the log there at the end, which is definitely a memory that stuck with me from when I was a kid. So yeah, I do like that about it. I like how dramatic the running away from the water is at the end there. It's so cool. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this episode. I feel like I've already said what I've had to say about it. It's cringy, it was annoying at times, but I don't hate it. Like, it was still an entertaining episode. Like, these 2 episodes are just so much more entertaining than the previous ones. Like, I feel like this show literally is getting better with each episode. Does that make any sense? Because I feel like episode 1 was kind of weak, episode 2 was better. I don't really remember much of episode 3 and 4 because I reacted to them right after episode 1 and 2, and I've yet to edit them, so I have not been even reminded of those episodes. But I think they were better as well. So, oh yeah, it was the Cleo learns to swim. One of those episodes was the Cleo learns to swim one, right? That one was definitely pretty entertaining. I still think that's probably the best episode because it feels like the most interesting from a writing perspective, whereas like episode 5 here was the most entertaining because it was really, really funny. This one was, like I said, still overall entertaining, but it was a little bit more cringy. And I don't really like too much to focus on the kids. Like, it's been surprisingly entertaining, despite the fact that they focused on the kids. But I don't really want that to continue. I'm fine with us not getting any episodes like this anymore. But I know that at least one episode in season 2 will focus on them, so there's that. So, we get last episode a 9 out of 10. For this one, I think I'm gonna go with an 8.4 out of 10. Again, maybe I'm just overblowing it with the ratings this early on, but these are pretty decently entertaining episodes, especially these 2. I've just had a lot of fun with them, especially compared to the Ben 10 episodes that I recorded today. Those were really not as fun the way the episodes for H2O were. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I am curious, what do you guys think about these 2 episodes? So comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Tia Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country, with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!